Big news today, guys. I'm driving home from a screening of The World's End, review for that coming very soon, and I get a text, Ben Affleck is the new Batman. I guess it was bound to happen after a while. I mean, he was the bomb in Phantoms. And as I've told you guys in the past, my drive to and from screenings are about 40 minutes each way, and so I had some time to think about it as I went home from the movie. And this is what I have concluded. Let's say that back in 2004, they announced that Ben Affleck would be the new Batman in Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins. Right at that time, I would say, wow, that is the worst idea I have ever heard in my life. What a horrible piece of crap actor. Why are they doing this? Daredevil flopped. It wasn't very good. Why are they doing this? Because I was somebody who was actually really into Daredevil when it first came out. I was hoping it was going to be really good. I mean, look, I still have the Daredevil novelization from when I was a kid. I was really into this movie, and it disappointed me in a lot of ways. But I will say this, I don't really think it was Ben Affleck in the movie that was essentially the problem. It really was Mark Steven Johnson, the director, who's gone on to do absolutely nothing of merit. That being said, if I had heard that news back then, and it was Batman for that film, I would have been pretty mad, because I knew that they were trying to make a really serious version of Batman, and I would have just looked at that and been disappointed. However, since then, Ben Affleck has really turned his career around. He's become a terrific director, and he's done nothing but good performances ever since then. He was great in State of Play. He was good in Hollywoodland. For him to turn around his career from being the guy who was dating Jennifer Lopez and starring in movies like Paycheck and Daredevil to Best Picture winner Ben Affleck. Now that is impressive. And what role was it that started his career turning around? He played the actor George Reeves, who was Superman in the film Hollywoodland. The role that helped him turn his film career around was portraying the actor who portrayed Superman. Now that is interesting. So like I said, if I had heard that announcement back then, I would have been really, really upset. Hearing it today, I sat there in my car, I drove home for 40 minutes, and I came to the conclusion that I actually don't mind that idea. And I'll tell you why. First off, everyone always hates everything that is ever announced ever. When they announced that Heath Ledger was going to be the Joker, everyone was like, really? The guy from 10 Things I Hate About You? Great, nice job. He's going to be the most iconic Batman villain ever. Great, that's wonderful. And then The Dark Knight happened, and everyone was revealed to be an idiot. And tons of people are saying Christian Bale was going to be terrible in the movie, and there are still people who think he is. Whoopity-doo, I don't care. He was awesome, and I love the man. My point is that whenever anything is ever announced in the fanboy realm of the entertainment field, everyone always hates it. I gotta see his performance first, and then I'll let you know how I feel about it. In regards to what I think he can do, because that's all I can really do is speculate at this point, I think he's going to do a good job, and I'll tell you why. He has publicly admitted that Daredevil really damaged his career. He took it up the butt with that movie. He really did. For him to say, you know what, I just won Best Picture, I've completely turned my career around, and now I'm going to take another giant mainstream role. Because I'm finally at that point where I've turned my career around, I'm going to take another huge mainstream role in a movie that I'm not directing, that I don't have anything to do with, except I am going to play Batman. He's got to be thinking, this script is good, I've got an idea of how I can do this, and we're going to do it right. He's experienced extreme failure before, playing a comic book superhero. Experiencing failure is the best way to then create success, because you know what you did wrong, and now you can do it right. That is the entire essence of Batman. He experiences complete failure in his life in every way, and then he experiences redemption through Batman. So in a way, Ben Affleck is Batman. In real life, he actually is essentially Batman. Without the costume, he doesn't fight crime, and you know what I mean. But I am skeptical, of course, because it's Ben Affleck, and he's a bigger name than I thought it would be. I was kind of hoping for Josh Brolin, but that didn't seem to work out. I will say that Ben Affleck has like a mole right here. That might be kind of annoying as Batman. They might have to do something about that. But of course, Christian Bale has one like right there. Look at me deliberating about a mole. Whatever. They'll extend the bat mask like this far. It'll be like this much of his face just to cover up that mole. That kind of stuff matters. It does. Look, in all honesty, I'm just kind of excited about the fact that I have something to say about the character of Batman and that he's cast in some way. I am a big fan of Ben Affleck. I honestly am. I think he's a great director, and I think he's a very good actor. He turned his career around, and I'm very optimistic about what he can do as the character. I'm not going to say that it's going to be horrible until I see it. This movie has what I think it should have: a director who's passionate about the source material, a producer who's passionate about the source material, a whole bunch of people who are passionate about the source material. Man of Steel was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it, and I think the filmmakers can learn from any mistakes that were made in the first one and make this next one even better. I can understand someone thinking it's a terrible idea, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to remain optimistic. I want to see those first set photos, the first official photos of him in the costume. I want to see all those comments of everyone saying how shitty it looks, and who knows, maybe they'd be absolutely right. But I want to give him a chance, because at this point I think he's proven that he can make good entertainment, and I hope he does the same thing with Batman. I was still hoping for Josh Brolin though, but that's okay. So guys, what are your thoughts on this casting news? I'm sure a lot of people will hate it. I've already read some comments of people that think it's a great idea. I haven't read that one comment yet that's like, oh my gosh, yay, finally, Ben Affleck. Like, it doesn't really seem like anyone is at that level. But I gotta be honest, I'm trusting the guy, and I hope he does a good job. Thanks as always very much for watching, guys, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.